Regardless of how this came about, what was it that she needed you to invest in on her behalf?
In my mailbox, I was selling a lot of accessories at the time. iPhone chargers, cases, I sell lots of that stuff. At that time, I was selling thousands.
And she was going to give you $25,000, but I thought you were flush. Why didn't you buy them on your own?
It was, to me, an opportunity to make some more money on top of what I was already doing. So on a bigger scale. The first loan was only $2,000. She got that right back. Not loan, I apologize.
You got it right the first time. Go on.
I'm sorry. Whether she saw me in the business, there was no call from me to borrow money from her.
I know you keep saying that, and so, I think you feel like the more you say it, the more likely.
There,
hey, pause.
Sorry.
You're a talker.
Yes.
You're somebody who talks your way in and out of deals. We're 3 judges. You can't do that with us.
Okay. I'm not trying to.
You are.
I'm just telling you.
You are. I hate when people make me think that what I see isn't happening. It is, okay? We are going to excuse you while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you all.
Thank you. This courtroom is now in recess.
Well, I wasn't kidding when I said to her that she's one tough businesswoman. This was clearly a loan. I think, unfortunately, the defendant misunderstood his responsibilities because of the use of that loose language of return on investment. He didn't produce any evidence that he paid back $25,000 and $5,000. The plaintiff was, as she put it, very generous in saying, I'm going to seek $5,000 of the $9,000 interest. You know, she was very candid when I talked to her about the usury laws. I don't disbelieve her that she wasn't fully familiar with them. And as she put it, you know, he was insistent.
He clearly needed the money.
He's the one that needed the money.
Right. Even how he described it when I kept saying to him, what did you need the investment for? He was like, well, I can buy phones, powders, and cases. He was really going to take that $25,000 and buy those things himself and sell them. She wasn't investing in his ability to sell those things. She was giving him the money so he could buy them and then pay her back. He's got the two terms so intertwined. I don't know if he's just playing fast and loose or he knows
I don't think he's playing fast and loose. I think he's just being more casual. I don't think he's being intentionally dishonest. I just think that his casualness caused him not to quite get it.
Yeah, so on this issue of usury, we really cannot enforce such a usurious amount of interest. I don't think that would be fair and would certainly fly in the face of the usury laws. However, given the testimony and given the things I said before about their candor and about the way in which this loan evolved, I think that we could look at this and modify the interest to conform with the usury laws. So I would suggest that we give her $2,500, which would be 10% of the $25,000 loan.
I'm good with that because I don't feel that there was any undue pressure on him. There was no duress. It was an agreement that they both entered into. He wanted the money. He needed it. We can, I think, at this point, reduce it 10% rather than 36% and just award her $2,500.
Absolutely. I don't think there was any ill motive on her part, but she just made a mistake.
Yes, we're unanimous. First of all, we found both of your testimony quite compelling. And because we found your testimony so compelling, and recognize that you've both been very candid with us, we've struggled with a dilemma. You know, when you talk about a return on investment, I think what you may not appreciate is that Ms. Seymour did make an investment, but it was an investment in you, not your business. And that somehow confused the issue here, I think. There was a misunderstanding because of the use of certain terminology that for lay people means one thing, and for lawyers and judges means another. So now we were confronted with a dilemma, Ms. Seymour, and it gets back to my admiration for you because I said, wow, this is a very tough deal, that the $9,000 interest that he was to pay is in contravention of our laws against usury. As a matter of fact, when you think about $9,000 interest for 2 months, could you imagine what that interest is for a year? So it is clearly in violation of the law. So we, instead of declaring this totally null and void, given the fact that you were repaid the $25,000 principal, we have conformed the interest part of this deal so that it will not be in violation of the usury laws. It's a 10% legal interest rate on a personal loan in California. And 10% of $25,000 is $2,500. The verdict is in your favor for $2,500. Thank you both.